Alright. You have to maintain storms. She's in charge of the garrison. The way of the dodo. Laying the net. Lambs. We have now a problem with the guys. You might recognize how delicate to all class to keep away. And 3 at which surprise. Also, it will be much trouble with you. Mind bringing me some of them. Okay, where the hell is the staircase down? Your job is useless now, honestly, because they removed weather status, so... Okay, you guys are actually tough. You're not hot. Last, I am Sir, Commander of the Forces Station. Strange it may seem, as I've long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt. You see, you still remain. Were it not feared, my younger brother Franco would have been executed upon the. A night must go. Where do you remain? Thus have I been unable to see that. The gracious Helena, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, to call upon this generation aid him. Truly, I know what I've done to deserve this double blessing. I'm Lily Chillet. See you again, my lady. You cut an elegant figure as always. I see your flat rose of suspicion. Lord Image, if it weren't too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking. Established to provide early warning. Can I have a house up here? The high elevation affording the floating isles make it ideal for its purpose. Naturally, it makes us ready to target. We are not defenseless, however. The Projector, our largest, most advanced airship, is capable of downing all. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom match for men of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman, and I'll show. I fear much more I may be asking you to come. Hey pal, what's up? I say in the word I've searched so far, but perhaps I need. You see, Kaiser is opposed to those who have let us, say, serve beyond their usefulness. What do? We can be the best of it. I know a little disheartened. Though the place was robbed of vigor, I'm yet a proud man of a house of. Become my foes, and it dawned upon me. We must improve the quality of the food. Thinking about it, what more can you expect? But for our camps were never near of it. If we were at least an adventure of your but down, he would have taken it into consideration. How you speak? Good to get out of retirement for a while and just start fighting. Alright, let's see. Speak to Fabriel. What time in Kenan sent me? I fear. If he's sad with the provision, I suppose cook himself a number of. He always was the one that overjudged eating. I fear his clouding his judgment, but he mistakes if he thinks I can prove. Might I ask your favorite concept is known for nutrition and profit? Very much. I'd like you to find one and give it to give. Rather not waste time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. Hey, I'm fine with that. Wait for me, instead. It is important. He may learn something from this experience, but if I left his own way, I think it would. Tell him that I would like to keep a watch for him, Dravian outliers. Then you will speak with the manservant in private to keep him. God, there's like so much enemies here. Keep harm's way. Alright then. He will have mission mission from a course having enough, but words will not substitute an experience. Go see. I told you you're coming. I heard you faced a van before. I spent enough time on the patrol, and these birdmen are native to the foreign islands. I saw birdmen, and they're not at all ixals. Wait a minute, I just realized something. Oh god, being at the same level is like hard. God, there's like so many enemies though. What the f? Catch, I have your notice that it requires a part you should put with the ambition if you find an inspiration event. Contagious apathy as your indulgence. What do I bring this? What? How absurd! I don't think it's just selfish. That's not that. I guess I cannot depend on help I maintain after all. I'm in this soup. Oh wait. That is what the Phantom heroic feat ally to live just as they will if an island enemies. I've seen the boy making it. I can't leave my post just yet, so I must ask that you take me. I suggest keeping them. You're able to trust them with I will protect them. Get pumped. Huh? Oh wait, but surely I'll consider I am an autonomy of the older, yet you still tempt me with the press. No, this won't do. This won't do. Then I'll have you assigned if you can tell them from time to time, but we can handle them. We wish you can find out what surely it is. Hearing, I'm afraid you may be wasting your time, Bruce. I can't help but feel that something is watching over us. Wherever it is, I wonder what. Why so serious? The Vanu are no real threat, and okay, fine. If you insist, I'll make an effort to be more alert. I feel I see the point. Even hundreds of miles away from the front line, which is just way. What is it? Is it a horde? I'm awake. Where now? After the shock you gave me? Fortnite. I'll have a I can't wait to keep it a woman. Just leave all out as much armor. Well, there was this. Well, I expect as much to be sure, but I've no less. But no interest in save for the. And of course, there is no glory to be won with scuffle with the bottom. As a mark. Cooks she makes a seemingly think he's her. Compliment to the chef. A short trip. Because I know that I should make things easier, but I wanted to have a second thought about staying away the dinner area here. But have you tried their cooking? No one should have to suffer such unfair fate, and they won't. The man will wait you, and you might as well speak to the sooner or later. There is no avoiding the inevitable. Training with some of the finest instructors from XIV. You and me, we can march right now to Vanachon and give them all but for. Has informed me that the mere centurion is beneath him. I understand we have to use a thing for this epiphany. Well, there is nothing for it. I will give him something more demanding. Then I can count on you to keep him safe. Excellent. We are in consent of in need of fresh water in Camp Cloud, and there is no underground source that we can tap the wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystals we can discover which may enable us to. Their spring crystals are found in Vorhesen, to east of here. I would have you. You have to contend with the feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Van Hoos scouts ranging from a nearby settlement, of course, that all pleasant prisons of keeping the young lord entertained. But you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Told you to tell me about a mission once again. If I didn't know any better, I swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? That's it. Four. Twinish Heavensward. Don't you have made competition? Judged. That's my feedback. But can this truly be used from the air? I'll offer a long time to perchance see him while searching. Maybe I'm worrying about him for nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. I pray we search us. Alright, let's search for clues. We'll surround the whole game. pretty sky. Perhaps. Oh, there's too many of them to take on. Until they happen. That time I return to India, I might be retaliate. Forgive me, I said, be sure, but you should spy an opportunity. I know he can be sensitive and well insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Let's go. Huh? Yeah. want doing damage on. Alright, good job. Oh, hey, it's you. Oh.
Reinforcements?
Voice acting.
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vundo, royals like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells and he comes.
Huh. Oh my god.
The White, mighty Bismarck, Lord of the Mists! A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal. We must away.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Damn! Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
Biggs, Wiggs, yeah, thanks for the save again. That's what happened. It only happens if I had a nickel for every time, I'll have 2 nickels.
All aboard!
How do I stop that thing? Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Nothing in place, and I hope to keep nuisance over. Up is it? Dwarven attack. Between you and me, the only one stationed here are those deemed unfit for other tasks. If you catch my meaning with the Darvians, primarily based on the other side of Ishtar, most likely you'll see out here are dragon-shaped clouds. At least we kept busy their parapet. But considering the lack of provision of any real duties here, any self-respecting man would do well not to be transferred here. Honestly, I would transfer just for like the thrill of it. It's a little bit. Hey, where are my friends? Where is Biggs? Where are the homies at? Where are these homies at? Oh, back to now voice acting. God only knows what happened if I had not been around to save you. That's an interesting outfit you got. No need to thanks, but it's not as if you weren't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. But a blind chance I brought to Oscillation. In case you were wondering, the Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with the creation of their protector. Apparently they just seemed to get her flying. Anyway, I came up to Kenan to cast an eye over the sea, only to learn that you have all arrived some few days before the Ishgarden swings low. Small world, I thought. Just as the lording manservant skittered into the view, babbling about his master had been captured, and you risking all to rescue him, and the rest. I have to cut short our reunion. I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend, we'll speak again soon, as promised. Incredibly all experience I could ever have died. On the other hand, by risking life and limb on the beauty, it is to see and uncovering the existence of a new primal, and that boy is no small feat. I have made a historic discovery, and the fact that Lincoln will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I'm rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of it. Speaking of which, isn't it time we speak to our lolly man? praise alone. I fear the worst. What happened out there? A whale, my friend. A whale of a time. A primal, are you sure? It's now I think about it. Bismarck is remnants of the white whale of Vener legend. The messengers are said to swim in the Sea of Clouds. Okay, if they're a beast tribe, then there's gonna be primals. From what I've learned of the comparison, the presence of the Vanu god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people of it. And you mean to say that they've fallen under the primal influence? I recall reading of such thing in the documents provided by Master Alfinite. Are we forgetting something important? The recognition of the hero of the hour. A few choice expression of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on. You didn't specify which hero you were talking about. Ah, yes, you're right, of course. Deserves all that and more for risking his life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there is not else to discuss, I would depart from Ishkar for the holy see of the Temple Knights. Must be informed of this new threat without delay. Of course, Kaiser. You must have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishkar and Lord, and give the warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then. No more forays in enemy territory. Very well. I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Leon. May our next meeting take place under more felicious circumstances. Well, to the airship, and then we can speak on the journey home. Sure thing. Came through brilliant escape. More is the pity. He might have learned something otherwise. Bob's your uncle. I have to finish that XIV quest. That's gonna be up there. And then we'll return to the man of white. Alright. I have some quests I want to do first, so I might have to do some grinding to get like 30,000. Did you have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled the matter of Kempa, how I endangered the lives of others for my own reckless incompetence. I'm not easy playing the hero, is it? This is gonna look really fun though. As much as I want to, I have some... For the holy we've been etched in the machinery, present in the mind of the holy. Now, what I have relinquished to bring the message to me, 'twas seems our fortune having. Father has formally responded to Lord's promise of our... I am not yet privy to details, but I imagine the role of... attempt to humble the machine. However, he will provide us with another stage on which to prove the victories of the field will garner the great support of the Holy See and will now equal I may address deeply into such a concern. I prefer choices to service are yet required as a matter. Pray after. Party, isn't it? I don't know, the turning was watch. How could I say to Master Rosa? Without their instructions, we'd never had such a chance. And now look at us, upstart commoners, defeating the likes of seasoned knights. I thought you were shooting, but the tourney victory was summit. I can't argue that you ain't getting me nowhere. I'll just drag you back to the workshop instead. But still, we can't believe this is time and we shall hope acquire Manhauer. Maybe if you talk to the court, he will let her leave early to attend to something. She ain't the one to abandon her duties half done. I best approach the... The lass is awful serious about her work. Wouldn't want it to keeling over. The Count should be home if you don't mind talking to him. I'll be sure that the instruction here makes it a celebration. Naturally you have come to fetch Joyce. Pray return to her and I shall be along with Foot to explain why she ain't attending. But before we... Wow, that quest did not require anything. A certain engine now is entering the final stage of construction. Not for long. Once the airship is skyward, this, however, is another favor I ask. Be familiar with the Gerald, the master of weapons. You will need a legendary smithing talent if you are going to come down. Yeah. I hate this person so much. He is like, how do I? It takes me forever to get all the weapons because of how much of a pain in the ass this guy's quests are. No. His temper is sure. Needs mending? A kettle? Well, if you don't mind me dealing with a pendant, I should have happened. Oh, both. That's tricky, but very well mastered. Though he is the first and foremost forger, I mastered it created premonition on the vessel. Then I can promise. Master, feel someone just shorten. Beyond the threat of death question, there is. Are you yourself an artist? It's just a portion. Your workmanship should sturdy ember of the. Hey, here's the piece I made. I made, not you. I made this while I was in. I never pegged you for an artisan. Even with this level of skill, you still felt a need to come to it. So what's the job? You want me to take this handiwork of yours and make a steering mechanism? It is? Sure. I'll do it. I know it's a fire in your eyes and a bug in me if I don't respect it. Might be as I'll need some time. I don't fancy making finicky adjustments until the fog of boost is good old. Once I'm satisfied and ready, I'll have. Task? I can't think of it. No major barriers preventing us. Airship. Spare no mercy for those feathered savages. Who comes barging into Sizzler's camp? Remember, invited armed thugs to dinner, says does not. Save your interest, Professor. You're roasting for kidnapping Master Tatara. Kidnapping? See you any shackles around his ankles? Free as a bird, tongue is. How did you even find me here? How many times must I tell you to leave me be? Enough of this Father? Father, the chief of Highwindska clan you must be. This is the workshop for which you've caused so much fuss. There are no proper tools, no materials. Why? It's barely qualified as a dumping ground for our factories refuse. What is it which you wish to do, boy? You want to tinker with airships? The company has them in abundance. I have Kaiser arranged for one of those new Garland Ironworks models to be docked in the spare hangar. Father, you understand, this is not some garner idle pursuit. Call my campground a dumping refuse, do you? Shove Sirloom hose up Chairman's backside. Nice. Zuli would, if already there, if those are yeah, I like you, my friend. What foul company you've been keeping? These Burmans have obviously deceived you. Do you honestly believe some brutish creatures capable of building a functional airship? You're the one guilty of deceit. The Ixals are the reason we were able to take to the skies in the first place. Why do you insist on hiding the truth? Are you so afraid damaging the company's reputation, or are you simply too proud to admit that we borrow the knowledge of beastmen and savages? Fear and pride can only weigh us down. Only by casting aside such ballast can we truly reach the heights of what we're capable of. I'll not stand here and be lectured by my own child. Cease this impudence at once. Sir, we really must be away. There are those 2 items of business in Limbs and Loda that require your attention, followed by a dinner engagement with Councillor Thurston at the Coral Tower. Yes, we're almost done here. Bring my son, and if he decides to struggle, there is no need to be overly gentle. A small dose of discipline will do him good. You cannot do this, please. I have spread bullets. You will not. Stab you first with feathers, then pluck you, then roast you and steal. Gone, when I was taken, strangled, and stomped on his dreams they were. For the first time in his life, for the first time in Suzui's life, wish to harm featherless one, Suzui does. Share with them secrets of balloons, and now think they own the sky, do they? That is grounded. Integrate final components we cannot. Patience now. Wait until the hope becomes eternal. We must occupy ourselves while crafting the parts. But if chairman sets foot into Israel's 9 camp again, stuff it into sacks and beat the bloody with tree branch. Study at its content. Furthermore, you have now access to wider selection of wares. Thanks to digital witnesses is now functional. Never accepting such enjoying the heart and rage. Can I say I had only I cannot help but swoon with the training of cutting magic. It has been fortunate. I fear there must be some mistake. I can assure you that this letter is not intended to me, but as if I would have repented. That said, I suppose there is no wonder that I am mistaken for my brother. We do share a certain family resemblance. Your brother? Why have you not mentioned it? Good gods, you're like two J's. Wait a minute, I know you. You're the man who brought about my rebirth. The man who got... I was a different person back then. I think the man I first thought some deprived killer would prove to be my savior. And it was you, yes you. You showed me the light. Why, thanks to you, one of the most eligible bachelors in all Olympus seeks my hand in marriage. My lady, that this is something comes this way. Only a blind man or a fool could fall to recognize your radiant beauty. Quite the charmer you are, and you must understand it was your brother who brought out the beauty inside me. Should you encounter him in the traveler's loop, I am good for the house. You are not the light to us, but perhaps you know whom we should come ask for. It is a matter of relative health. See, in its plan of successor, I brought to this nation. Oh, Father, you can see I've been restricting him. Though he had yet to cling, and his strength wanes with each passing day. In a moon, we shall have an heir. And this only one man. For 5 years I said nothing to my elders. I can remain silent no longer. A duty far greater than the timing of the locks of Javelin back to Ishgard. I shall not leave this room until he stands at my side. Of noble birth, he always did have the most dignified air about him. If you're looking for your brother, he mentioned something about heading to Prescribe New Comb. One of the finest tools for my wedding day, he said. A comb, Carpenter's Guild, is located in Virginia. Is it not? I suspect that where he will I trust that you will see him misdelivered safely in Brenna's hands. I have a pressing matter to attend to, but will join you in Virginia as soon as I am able. Well, the young man suddenly dashed off in a hurry. If you come in mind, brother, you best make it. How can my brother be so flip before second duty in my family? It makes... But perhaps... John is the one who's suited for... You should suggest he is not. I'm not standing pursuant. While it is good to be someday a little more beer trimmer, I saw Truman serve our father's right hand since he was scarcely a man grown. He was a very pagan duty and he was possessed with some great zealcraft, and his master were convinced that would come to great. Yes, the road cesses sparrows. After suffering a loss of a close friend, the youth began to lose his way, racked to spirit, and he let both mind and body go to waste. His close-cropped clothes grew to rampant stern, objecting his field of vision and work suffered, and his master began to ask if he might not consider another profession. One day at Shamble, he was ambushed by a stranger wielding twin blades. Before he could even realize what was happening, his tangled locks lay on the ground, scattered in a heap. In that moment, he came to realization. Thanking the man for his service, he returned to the workshop as if by magic, and the youth wielding his tools have a newfound focus and confidence. When just a pastor quietly emerged from his hand, he reclaimed his status as a guild rising star. Today he stands before us timbermeister, wore his hair in the same fashion, planted a sapling in the 12th wood, and one day it grew into a mighty goat, planted a snowy crag, and it will not survive the first winter. If you seek out your brother, pray, consider these words. You will find him in hell. I will take some time and hunt. Oh my god, it's a fetch quiz. Trust enjoy. John, do you look like a man and mother? He has business here and the business is done. He moved on, and I suggested you two do the same. I might. How many times am I repeat myself? Suddenly tell me where my brother has gone, and I'll gladly leave you to dabble in tinkering. I beg you, talk some sense into this man. Surely in a Kibla, the order has come from the Sultana himself. I would say nothing. Isn't this like after the whole event? Sending a man off the rare geniuses? Or the mere thought of making them blood? What did I say to be? I have not received. Nylander has possessed both brilliance and mind. Curiosity, which I have rarely seen in any but myself. You on the other hand are about as sharp as a stack of rocks. I have half as interesting. If anyone fit to being bound by the strategies of Homeland, you say it's you. But wait, yes, of course. I take back everything I said earlier. By all means, go seek out your brother. I urge you to set off to the bridge. The boy is a fool. He is an amusing fool, which I must say is the best kind. And yet, what are you doing here? Were you not after yourself? Also the military, I suspect that they'll be quite rich. Boy, I live. It's like the one who tried to revive. One of them knew. And what do I owe the... Interesting. My provisional postman will not permit you to endanger the well-being. Even lately he has been overly confident. Every day brings us more disconcerting messages from disgruntled fans and dishonorable opponents. Enemy from my enemies will they leap from part. Seen concealed within the letters. What friends? This guy is so covered. No, drama does not become you, my dear. I doubt eyed maiden and affection are no match for an opponent's blade. Ain't the woman's folk ever fear a pretty boy, but their husbands and so worth a higher for enough good I take. Phrasing notwithstanding are closest of mine own. The language of the past is not telling. You're all face, pretty boy. Stay out of the closing. If you step on the bloodstains again, I'll rip your head off. Well, I continue to suffice. Other gladiators are whom I deemed. God, I must clear my voice. Got right. Yeah. Think of a. Man, I ain't behind a threat. He's up. That is, and his brethren commit many terrible crimes in the black shroud. He may have since paid his dues, but how far can we trust? After running afoul of the breastplate for something else, was declared obnoxious. I was fortunate enough to witness an early performance during his glorious potential becoming apparent to me. Hence I saw him properly armed and given. I firmly believe that these letters are work of others who more ever. I am certain that these cretins are further attempts to harass farther worse, which is why I would engage your service. I should not be surprised if our enemies attempt to masquerade as devoted fans in order to. Therefore, I have you post these on the wall in the Colosseum and distribute the little flyers. If you notice aught out of the ordinary, is someone watching us? No. Let's not let it catch. poison. But look at the beauty. Yeah. Everything. I'm not great. How he glares at this. I cannot wait to see the vision begin. That should be a splendid house. You can take. And I have no idea Franz was so fancy. I was taken with his intimidation that I nearly. I have the sensation that someone has. I wasn't on this, aside from the usual shenanigans, pursuing the class. See, well, I suppose a sort of reminder of Franz's meal. I had no choice but to form silent Moss and Obja, who were so overwhelmed with the concern that they looked to while we wait for their turn. I would have you continue your cover surveillance. But we may begin by Lady extend her. My friends shall what? Of which some misfortune must have befallen the lowbred Mercote. Fine, one of the best behind. Still can't see straight. Was walking towards the arena. How could he everything even fight his way out of this ascendance? If it wasn't for Franz, Mom that girl take as title from postman was tracking him, seeing that he's been keeping watch of the but asking an inkling, how does he know Ken? So I make a habit of following it. Those noticed our presence and we were unprepared. To keep him safe, I owe him that much. Taught compared to a freedom in man, what helps you? You're the only one still standing. Help it. Keep his honor by after pretty boy. And fought the fury costing like as we will. how all my friends have suffered for my sake. But you, husband, you were innocent, but beauteous even more so than me. How did you... Fans, they cheered for me. They believe in me, yet in truth I could never live up to the expectations. Long have I suspected the syndicate conspires to... So when I learned of the gladiator's threats, I was overjoyed. I thought 'twas to be a quest alone. Now we're to be involved pretty much less. Alas, out of all the fears for my safety, all I have suffered on my account. Give him one anyway. There is no more moping or sleeping on, is that clear? The crush of the confidence is hardly water, Franz. You are a formidable gladiator, not to mention the soul of the sea. We want to protect you because we thought we were weak. We're doing it because you're hearing all that Prince of the Blood sense. The Pride of Ulda, the Slav of Southern Dandy. Quit contemplating your navel and accept that you're pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, alright. Useless even. I don't know what came over me. And with that, I believe it is time for your beauteous return to short of fight in this match solo. The others are in no condition. And to pathetic, he regrets and attempts to show that the burden himself. Let us forget that I'm also pretty good at this, because we don't stand a chance against us, even as we are now. Let us just earn our paper. Try not to be too efficient. Remember, it's not all about you. It's not about if you win, but how you win. The style is proficient. Give the class something. You should come join us afterwards, postman. I would love nothing more than to pit my beauties. Oh, come on. Didn't see you have. Dude, I want to fight her. For me? I got the letter for you. Thrice over was spoken, but in mine I found myself quite taken with this adventure as well. Feel this, brother. And why do you insist on yourself calling? Father needs you, I need you. How long do you intend to persist in this folly? When did you become such a dreadful bore, dear brother? Have the chills winds of your homeland frozen your heart that once beat inside you? I'm simply answering the call of the family and duty, a call that I ask you to heed as well. You are the eldest son. None save you can carry my force. In these 5 years, the child that I knew has grown into a man, and yet there is an unsightliness about you. This meekness, this timidity does not befit you. My hands tingle in disgust. Brother, what is this you say? Just as I live, the unspeakable body of ugliness must die. Begone, foul demon. The hell? Hair extensions, weave of tail, a mustache plucked from the mind. You look worse. So die. And cast away the light of the signal. Were you once a flattering child, now stand a man brave and bold, who knew that a long locked facial you were always meant to follow in the Father's footsteps, just as I was pursuing my own path. I have simply brought you the man that was I'm most happy nowadays for a brother be born. The word of the master, it all seems so clear now. Good God, how could I have been so blind? Forgive me for mocking your art, brother. The people of this realm need you, that much clear. Worry not for father of our land. Yes, I shall return to Ishtar and do my family proud. All the years that I looked at my brother with admiration, never truly comprehended his greetings until this day. For this I have used it. What's this? Let's see where should we go from the left.